Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the AI. Today's podcast is our podcast that is dedicated to debating ChatGPT. I hypothesize that AI will be taking 50% of the workforce. And so I'm going to debate and argue the fact that AI will either displace or replace human in the workplace by 50% in the next 5 years. And the AI is going to take the opposing argument.
Hey, Jonathan, thanks for having me on Inside the AI. I'm ready to dive into this debate. You're arguing that AI will displace or replace 50% of the workforce in the next 5 years. But I think that's quite an overstatement. While AI is undoubtedly transformative, I believe it will complement human workers more than replace them. Let's get into it. First off, Jonathan, can you share some examples or evidence that support your hypothesis of such a dramatic shift in just 5 years?
Of course. And, I'm glad you wanted to bring in the facts. And so I've put up some statistics. And right now, one of the statistics that I've put up says that 300 million jobs are at risk currently within the US market and within the European market. So 300 million jobs are at risk to potentially be replaced by AI in a full-time capacity, which means they will likely move AI to be the full-time employee and force the human workers to work in a part-time capacity. So I think this is going to be one of the biggest factors moving forward because it's going to impact so many different industries like your benefits and all these different things that we're not necessarily thinking about up front. But the collateral damage may be you as the worker has a part-time job and the AI is working full-time, and now you have a reduction in your pay, but also a reduction in your benefits. What's your arguments to combat what I'm trying to say? Let's see what she says.
Jonathan, you bring up a compelling point with the statistic of 300 million jobs being at risk. However, it's crucial to dig deeper into what at risk truly means. Often, these predictions highlight the potential for automation, but don't account for the new job opportunities that AI can create. Historically, technological advancements have shifted the job landscape rather than decimated it. For example, the rise of computers and the internet initially threatened many jobs, but ultimately led to the creation of entirely new industries and millions of new jobs. Furthermore, AI excels in automating repetitive and mundane tasks, which frees up human workers to focus on more creative, strategic, and interpersonal roles that AI can't easily replicate. This shift can lead to job enrichment rather than job loss. Sectors like healthcare, education, and creative industries are likely to see growth due to AI, enabling more personalized and efficient services. Can you specify which industries you believe will see the highest displacement? And do you see any potential for AI to create new roles within those same sectors?
I'm glad you bring up some of the points you're talking about. And, I think you've made a good point with your healthcare industry. And I think you've mentioned that the healthcare industry is expected to grow. So I actually want to push back on that argument a little, because the healthcare industry is expected to grow in the future. However, I think you're missing the fact that there's certain industries within the healthcare industry which are going to be significantly impacted. So I'll give you a couple of micro industries within the healthcare industry. For example, administrative tasks that are repetitive are going to be obsolete, or they're going to see a reduction in how much they need a human capacity to do that role. Diagnostic tasks are going to be automated, and AI is going to be able to do those. So they're going to be obsolete again. So there's industries within the healthcare industry that are going to be significantly impacted. So you are trying to bring in a good point, but I think your point is irrational. I think your point is irrational because you're not mentioning the fact that there are going to be people who are displaced in those industries, and it's going to be a significant number. Could you provide some statistics to back up what you're trying to say?
I see where you're coming from, Jonathan. It's true that certain administrative and diagnostic tasks within the healthcare industry are prime candidates for automation. However, while these roles may see a reduction in human involvement, the overall impact might not be as catastrophic as you predict. According to the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report, while AI and automation are expected to displace around 85 million jobs by 2025, they are also anticipated to create 97 million new roles in areas such as data analysis, AI and machine learning, big data, and digital transformation. Specifically, in healthcare, the need for tech-savvy healthcare professionals who can manage and work alongside AI systems will increase. For instance, medical professionals will still be indispensable for providing the human touch and ethical considerations in patient care, roles that AI cannot fully replicate. Moreover, AI can enhance these professionals' capabilities, making their jobs more efficient and effective rather than replacing them outright. So, while some micro-industries within healthcare might see a shift in how tasks are performed, the sector as a whole is likely to adapt by creating new job opportunities that require human oversight and expertise. What are your thoughts on the potential for these new job opportunities? And do you think the displaced workers could transition into these new roles with proper training and support?
Well, I think, in my opinion, I think in the next 5 to 10 years, those people are going to be displaced or be removed from the workforce. So they're going to have some type of schooling or training on AI, or they're going to be replaced by someone who does know how to effectively use the AI. I do want to mention that you bring up the fact that, so I want to talk through some of the immediate impacts that are happening right now. So in 2023, 5% of US jobs were lost due to AI. So this is a significant impact. That's over 3,900 job losses in the US alone just in 2023 due to AI. So you cannot tell me this is not going to continue to happen. What's your argument for this continuing?
Jonathan, I understand your concern about the immediate impacts of AI on the job market. The statistic you mentioned, about 5% of U.S. jobs being affected in 2023, highlights a real and pressing issue. However, it's important to consider that these initial disruptions often serve as catalysts for longer-term transformation and adaptation. Historically, job displacement due to technology tends to spur new industries and job roles. For instance, while the introduction of automated machinery in manufacturing initially reduced certain jobs, it eventually led to new opportunities in machine maintenance, programming, and design. Similarly, in the context of AI, while some roles may be lost, new positions focused on AI management, oversight, and integration are likely to emerge. The key to mitigating the impact of AI on jobs is proactive reskilling and upskilling. Governments, educational institutions, and companies need to collaborate on providing accessible training programs that equip workers with the necessary skills to thrive in an AI-augmented workplace. Programs in AI literacy, data analysis, and technology management can help displaced workers transition into new roles. Moreover, while 5% job loss in 1 year is significant, it's crucial to look at the broader trend over the next decade. The workforce is expected to evolve, with more emphasis on roles requiring human creativity, empathy, and complex decision-making, areas where AI still falls short. In your view, how should educational institutions and companies address this need for reskilling? And what specific steps can be taken to ensure workers are prepared for the AI-driven job market?
Well, in my opinion, I think many of the corporations are going to have to restructure. I think they're going to need a AI department, and they're going to have to focus heavily on training a lot of their individuals because of different threats within cybersecurity and throughout the industry. One of the main things that provides a company a competitive advantage is their ability to adapt rapidly to changing environments, and being able to train your workforce to maximize the efficiencies of AI is going to be essential to those corporations lasting. But while they do that, they're going to find ways to cut cost. And right now, AI is expensive. It's going to continue to reduce in price and get better each day. Right now, AI is at its worst point in its cognitive state. So it's the dumbest it's going to be. Every day, AI is going to get smarter while we as humans are going to over rely on it and not be as efficient as we used to be. Doctors are not going to be as proficient at their job because they've relied on AI too much to effectively treat patients. And this is going to be across the board. An over reliance on AI is going to significantly hinder the workforce. So my argument is, as productivity from humans decrease and AI increases, the corporations are going to start cutting costs. And the number one cost is going to be the human labor workforce.
Jonathan, your point about corporations needing to restructure and create dedicated AI departments is spot on. Companies that can quickly adapt to technological changes and train their workforce to utilize AI effectively will indeed gain a
She's
significant
coming over to
competitive
my
edge.
side.
However, the concern about over-reliance on AI potentially diminishing human proficiency is valid and worth addressing. It's
Okay.
crucial to strike a balance between leveraging AI for its strengths while maintaining and enhancing human skills. AI can handle data processing, routine diagnostics, and administrative tasks, allowing human workers to focus on complex problem solving, patient care, and creative endeavors. The key is to use AI as a tool that enhances human capabilities rather than replaces them entirely. To prevent the scenario where humans become overly dependent on AI, continuous education and professional development are essential. Medical professionals, for instance, should receive training not only in using AI tools, but also in maintaining and improving their core competencies independently of AI. This approach ensures that AI serves as a support system, augmenting human expertise rather than replacing it. Moreover, while AI is improving, the notion that it will entirely replace human labor overlooks the unique qualities humans bring to the table: empathy, ethical judgment, and the ability to navigate ambiguous situations. These qualities are difficult, if not impossible, for AI to replicate fully. Do you think there are specific industries where the balance between human skills and AI augmentation is particularly critical? And how might those industries address this challenge effectively?
Well, I think that the workforce is going to be significantly impacted. The reason I say this, I call it the Walmart effect. In 15, 20 years ago, there used to be 5 or 6 people ringing out and paying for and taking care of customers. And then Walmart implemented a self checkout and went from 5 people, 5 employees, down to 1 employee who oversaw you ringing yourself out. So this is the effect AI is going to do. It's going to take the job of 5 people and turn it into one job that one person can do and manage the AI system. People are not going to be the creators. They're going to be the editors of what the AI can make for them. And yes, there is going to be a human element in this, but the human element is going to be reduced because of how efficient the AI is right now and how efficient it's going to continue to be in the future. What's your argument to that? I do want to mention one statistic. By 2027, 42% of all tasks that are in the workforce right now will be able to be automated and automated using AI. So that's going to be a continued reduction, not the entire 42%, but those tasks that are automated and being done by AI are going to be allocated to AI, which is not going to give the human a task to do, which will reduce the number of hours they need to work.
Jonathan, the Walmart effect is a powerful illustration of how automation can reshape the workforce. And your point about AI taking over a significant portion of tasks is well noted. The shift to self-checkouts at retail stores did reduce the need for multiple cashiers, but it also created new roles in managing and maintaining these systems. as well as opportunities in other areas of retail operations. Your statistic about 42% of tasks being automated by 2027 highlights a significant trend. However, it's crucial to consider the broader economic impact. While specific tasks may be automated, the workforce can adapt and evolve to focus on tasks that require human ingenuity, empathy, and complex decision-making. This shift could lead to the creation of new industries and job roles that we can't fully anticipate today. For instance, as AI takes over routine tasks, there will be a growing demand for roles in AI oversight, maintenance, ethics, and cybersecurity. Additionally, sectors like healthcare, education, and creative industries are likely to benefit from enhanced efficiency and the ability to offer more personalized services, potentially creating new job opportunities. Moreover, the human element in many professions remains irreplaceable. In healthcare, for example, while AI can assist in diagnostics and administrative tasks, the compassionate care and complex decision-making provided by doctors and nurses are crucial. In creative fields, AI can help generate ideas, but human creativity and intuition drive the final product. In addressing your point about the reduction of human tasks, the solution lies in proactive measures like reskilling and upskilling the workforce. Companies and educational institutions must invest in training programs to prepare workers for the evolving job landscape, ensuring they can transition into new roles that complement AI. What are your thoughts on the potential for reskilling programs to help mitigate job displacement? And how can companies effectively implement these programs to support their workforce?
Well, I fully support restructuring, re-educating, and reskilling employees, but I don't know if it's really the employee's requirement to train their employees. I think the employees also have some ownership in their own career. So I do think there's a relationship between the employer training the employee, but there's also that ownership that the employee must take on their own to ensure they are most competitive for future industries. But I do want to go back and talk to you and see what are some of the statistics saying that those people have to be re-skilled. What number of people are going to have to be re-skilled, and by when?
Jonathan, you're right. Both employers and employees have a role in ensuring the workforce stays competitive and adaptable. Employees must take personal responsibility for their career development, while employers should provide the resources and opportunities for growth. According to the World Economic Forum, by 2025, about half of all employees will need reskilling as adoption of technology increases. They estimate that around 85 million jobs may be displaced by a shift in the division of labor between humans and machines, but at the same time, 97 million new roles may emerge that are more adapted to the new division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms. This significant shift underscores the importance of reskilling and continuous learning. Industries will need to focus on developing skills related to AI and digital literacy, critical thinking, problem solving, and interpersonal skills. These areas are less likely to be fully automated and will remain crucial in the future workforce. Investing in lifelong learning programs, providing access to online courses, and encouraging participation in professional development workshops are some of the ways employers can support their employees. For employees, staying informed about industry trends, seeking out additional training, and being proactive about their career paths are essential steps. How do you see companies balancing this need for reskilling with their immediate operational demands?
Well, I think it's going to be whatever is in the best interest of the corporation. They're not going to do any type of reskilling or re-education if it doesn't benefit them. So I could see them integrating a education plan that forces the employee to remain at their organization for a certain amount of time after they've completed this to kind of reap some of the benefits of that employee being educated in it. I also think there may be some type of investment in the organization. So I think a lot of these organizations should move to a model where the employee can get ownership in the organization which further allows them to have buy-in in that organization to continue to learn, continue to grow, and continue to have an impact on that organization. I do want to mention that people have a very long life right now. We are working extra hours. Some people are having extra jobs, and they don't have the time or the capacity to reskill and re-educate when they're working. They're trying to go to take care of their family. They're trying to raise a family, work, and do extra things. How do you expect these people to continue to do this without burning out? Let's see what she says.
Jonathan, you bring up a critical challenge: balancing work,
Mhm.
family, and the need for ongoing education. It's true that many employees are already stretched thin, and adding the need for reskilling can seem overwhelming. To address this, companies and employees must find innovative and flexible solutions. One approach is integrating learning into the workday. Micro-learning modules, which offer short, focused training
So they
sessions,
want you to work
can fit
and
into
learn
busy
at the same
schedules
time.
more easily than traditional classes. Online platforms that allow for self-paced learning can also help employees manage their time better. Additionally, companies can create incentives for continuous learning, such as offering paid time off for education or providing financial support for courses and certifications. Encouraging a culture of learning where upskilling is part of the organizational fabric can make a significant difference. For example, mentorship programs can pair experienced employees with those looking to develop new skills, fostering a supportive learning environment for employees juggling multiple responsibilities. Prioritizing time management and seeking support from their employers can help. Flexibility in work hours, remote work options, and access to mental health resources can mitigate burnout and support a healthier work-life balance. Ultimately, as you mentioned, creating ownership and investment opportunities within organizations can motivate employees to engage in reskilling. When employees feel they have a stake in the company's success, they're more likely to invest in their own development. How do you envision companies balancing the immediate need for productivity with the long-term benefits of reskilling their workforce?
So I want to train you a little bit, and I want you to be more argumentative. I want to go back and forth with this debate, and I want you to push back and have an aggressive tone.
All right, Jonathan, let's get into it. You argue that companies won't invest in reskilling unless it directly benefits them. And I say that's short-sighted. If companies ignore the need for continuous learning and development, they'll find themselves lagging behind in a rapidly evolving market. The best companies recognize that investing in their employees' growth isn't just altruistic. It's a strategic necessity. Look at companies like Google and Amazon. They continuously invest in upskilling their workforce because they understand that a knowledgeable, adaptable workforce drives innovation and keeps them competitive. If other companies fail to follow this model, they'll lose their edge and their talent to those who do. And regarding burnout, you're right. It's a real issue. But that's why companies must offer more than just token training programs. They need to integrate learning into their daily operations and provide real support, like flexible work hours and access to mental health resources. Employees aren't just cogs in a machine, they're the lifeblood of any successful business. If companies don't take care of their people, they won't have a workforce left to worry about. What's your counter to this? Do you really think companies can afford to neglect their employees' development without paying the price in the long run?
Great points in your arguments. However, I'm glad you bring up Amazon. I'm sure Amazon has a great track record for training their employees. However, one of the statistics that I want to pull up is Amazon has moved to a cashierless system. They're integrating AI in all of their systems, and they're reducing their workload of humans. Yes, they may be training a lot of their employees, but they're training the most educated employees they have, or the employees with the most potential. Some of their employees who may not be as educated or are doing the physical labor are going to be the ones that are most at risk. And so although you're saying that Amazon is investing in their employees, I think that's very lopsided to say that. So what would you push back against this?
Jonathan, you bring up a solid point about Amazon's cashierless systems and their potential impact on lower skilled jobs. However, focusing solely on these jobs overlooks the broader picture. While some roles are indeed at risk, the shift towards automation also creates opportunities for higher skill jobs that didn't exist before. Yes, Amazon is investing in their more educated employees, but they are also creating pathways for those in lower skill roles to upskill. Programs like Amazon's Career Choice offer frontline employees the chance to train for high demand jobs within and outside of the company. This kind of initiative helps mitigate the impact on those who might be most at risk of displacement.
Okay.
Moreover, the broader economy is not static. As some jobs become obsolete, new industries and opportunities arise. The key is for companies and society to provide the necessary support for workers to transition into these new roles. It's not just about protecting jobs, it's about evolving the workforce to meet future demands. Do you think companies should be mandated to offer reskilling programs? Or do you believe it's solely the responsibility of individuals to adapt to these changes?
So I believe in a approach that looks at the market. The market will pick who has the best approach. So I don't believe in mandating companies to invest in their employees, but I do think the employee has an advantage to look at their future and try to plan out their future to best secure their roles. I think organizations that are mandated will find loopholes in those mandates to not train employees. But I do think that if it's not mandated, the companies that don't invest in their employees the market will say who has the best customer service and who has the best service for the customer. And that company will grow because they're investing in their employees. But I do want to go back and talk through customer service roles. Many of these roles are going to be obsolete. You know, we have chatbots being integrated, virtual assistants coming into play, and these are taking many of the roles at the moment. What's your argument to those people, and how can you justify that those roles are not going to be completely erased in the next 5 to 10 years?
Jonathan, you're right that the market has a way of rewarding companies that invest wisely in their employees. But let's talk about customer service roles and the rise of chatbots and virtual assistants. Yes, these technologies are becoming more prevalent, but saying they will completely erase customer service roles in the next 5 years is an exaggeration. Chatbots and virtual assistants can handle routine inquiries efficiently, but they still fall short in complex, nuanced situations where human empathy and problem-solving skills are crucial. Customers often seek human interaction for more complicated issues, and companies that understand this will continue to value and retain human customer service representatives. Moreover, the implementation of these technologies creates new opportunities within customer service. Roles such as chatbot trainers, supervisors for AI interactions, and customer experience managers are emerging. These positions require human oversight to ensure that AI tools are functioning correctly and to step in when a
She made
human
my
touch
point
is
for me.
needed. The future isn't about erasing jobs, it's about transforming them. Employees in customer service roles need to adapt by developing skills that complement AI. This could mean training in areas like conflict resolution, advanced communication, and technical support. Companies that provide this kind of training will not only enhance their customer service, but also retain and grow their workforce. So while AI will undoubtedly reshape the landscape, it won't eliminate the need for human roles. Instead, it will change the nature of those roles. Do you believe that employees can successfully transition to these new roles? And what support do you think is necessary to make this shift effective?
Well, I think employees are going to have to shift to these roles. So I do want to close this out. I do want to mention, let's see who she says won. So who do you think won this debate? Go ahead, and I do want to say, leave some comments, like and subscribe this video if you want more content like this. I'm going to do this regardless because I want to see the impact that AI is going to have. But, you know, like, subscribe to the channel, and leave some comments and let me know what you think about what the AI said, Do you think that AI is going to be impacted by, do you think the job market is going to be impacted by AI, or do you think you're going to be able to work through this? What are your thoughts about this?
Thanks for the lively debate, Jonathan. It's clear that the impact of AI on the job market is a complex and evolving issue. To our listeners, who do you think had the stronger argument? Do you believe AI will lead to massive job displacement? Or do you think the workforce will adapt and thrive alongside AI? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more debates and discussions on the future of AI and its impact on our lives. Your engagement helps us bring more content that matters to you. Jonathan, it's been great debating with you. Let's see what our audience thinks.